Next we need to find the dynamic tooth load. Fd is equal to, here there is dynamic tooth load. Fd is equal to ft plus k3 v into equation 12.12, page number 207. So here for the value k3 they have already given the value k3 20.67 in SI units. We have to find the value for c. So here there is value for c is equal to E divided by this. Otherwise we can find from there is one table, from the table also we can find. So we shall take this equation now. Ft plus k3v into cb plus ft divided by k3v plus square root of cb plus ft. This is equation 12.12, page number 207. So now we'll find the value of c from table 12.12. Here there is table 12.14, page number 237. There is maximum allowable permissible error in between gears. So first we have to find the value of error, and then by considering that error we have to find the value of c from this table. The velocity which we have got in this problem is 5 meter per second. So for 5 meter per second the value of error is 0.064. Now using this error 0.064, error 0.064, here there is 0.06, 0.08, and here they have given the material and the tooth profile. The material which we have considered is steel, and the tooth profile is 20 degree full depth involute. So for 20 degree full depth involute, steel combination, and 0.064, it should be 0.064, but here it is 0.06. So we'll take this value 686.7. C is equal to 686.7 for E is equal to 0.06. We need C for error 0.064. So I need error for 0.064. The value of error which I have got is 0.06. So we can cross multiply to find the value. So we can directly cross multiply. C is equal to 0.064 into 686.7 divided by 0.06. So by cross multiplying we will get the value of C for 0.06. The value of C which I'll get is 732.48 Newton per mm. So this is the value which I'll get for the corresponding value. Now we'll find the dynamic tooth load. Fd is equal to Ft, the value of Ft is 4775 plus K3 is 20.67 into velocity is 5.03 into C 732.48 plus into 50 plus Ft. Ft is again 4775. divided by 20.67 into 5.03 plus square root of 732.48 into 50 plus 4775. So we'll get the value of dynamic tooth load FD is equal to 18.76 kilonewtons. Now after finding FD, we have to find endurance limit, endurance force. So endurance force we will get from data handbook, page number 207, equation 12.13a. Endurance force is equal to endurance stress B y m. B is phase width, y is form factor, and m is module. The equation is 12.13a, page number 207. So we shall find the value of now endurance force. So to find the value of endurance force, we have to find the value of endurance stress from table 12.15. In table 238, there is endurance limit for corresponding material and hardness. This is hardness, this is material, and this is endurance stress. Our material is steel, and the hardness which we have considered is 200. Here for the hardness is 200 and the material which we have considered is steel. So for that corresponding value, the endurance force is 345 MPa. From table 12.15, page number 238. Now we'll find the value of endurance force. So here the hardness 200 was the material which we had considered during starting of the problem. During starting we considered that the material was steel C45 untreated with the allowable stresses as 233.4 MPa. So for that corresponding hardness I have taken 200. So that is also present here, table 12.7. So see here, table 12.7 I had considered material steel C45 untreated. I had considered this material, and the corresponding allowable stress is 233.4 MPa and the corresponding hardness is 200. Now for this hardness 200, I have considered the endurance force. So for hardness 200 and material steel, here there is C45 steel untreated, it is not there. We shall consider only steel, 200 hardness, and for that corresponding value I am considering the endurance stress as 345 MPa. Now we shall find the endurance force. Face width is 50 and y is pi y1, it is pi into y1.097 into m module is 5. So I will get the value of endurance force as 26.28 kilonewton. The endurance force is 26.28 kilonewton. So also endurance force must be greater than the dynamic force. So the dynamic force which we have calculated is 18.76. This is endurance force, this is dynamic force. So the endurance force is greater than dynamic force, so the design is safe. Design is safe. The material is safe against static tooth load. We have to write material is safe against static tooth load. Now we have to find the wear load, FW wear load. For that the equation which we have to consider is in page number 208. There is equation limiting load for wear. FW is equal to D1BQK, 12.15A, page number 208. Equation 12.15A, page number 208. So the value of D1BQ, what is this Q? So Q is ratio factor, that is given by 2D2 divided by D2 plus D1, or it can also be taken as 2Z2 divided by Z2 plus Z1. So we shall take this second formula, 2Z2 by Z2 by Z1. So this is equation 12.15 C, page number 208. The value of Z2 is 48 by 48 plus 16. The value of Q is given by 1.5. The value of Q is 1.5. Now I can go to FW, wear load. D1 is 80 into B is 50, Q is 1.5 into K is 0.539. So the value of wear load I'll get as 3.23 kilonewton. So for the value of K we have to find from data handbook, from page number, here there is value for K, table 12.16, page number 239. The value of K for 14.5 degree pressure angle and 20 degree. The material combinations here. Our material combination is steel, and the corresponding hardness which we had considered was 200, and for that 200 the corresponding value of K is 0.539. You can see here 0.539 for 20 degree pressure angle. So that is what we have taken here. We shall write that value also. K is equal to 0.539 from table 12.16, page number 239. we have calculated wear load. The wear load is less than the dynamic tooth load. So we can observe that the wear load 3.23, it is less than dynamic tooth load 18.76. So in this condition, the gear's teeth will be subjected to wear and tear very rapidly, and hence we have to harden the surface of the gear teeth. We'll write the comment here. Since FW is less than FD, the gear is subjected to we have to increase the hardness. We have to increase the hardness. So to increase the hardness, we shall consider FW greater than FD. So the value of FW is nothing but D1BQK is greater than FD. FD is 18.76. So here the values D1, B, Q all are fixed, we cannot change. The only value which we can change is the value of K. So again we shall go to the same table. From the same table, first we'll substitute. So we'll substitute the values 80 into 50 into 1.5 into K should be greater than 18.76. So here 80 is D1, this is B, this is Q, and this is K. So all these three values are fixed. The only value which I can change is the value of K. So from the same table, K is greater than 3.126. So here it should be 18.76 into 10 power 3 because it is MPa, megapascal. No, it is kilonewton. The value of FD is 18.76 kilonewton. That is why I am considering into 10 power 3. So after simplifying this, I'll get K is greater than 3.126. So again we'll go to the same table. Table 12.16, 239 page number. K should be greater than 3.12. We'll come to this column 3.12. So here the value of K is greater than 3.12 for 20-degree pressure angle and steel-steel combination. You can see that this is material for pinion and this is material for gear. Steel-steel combination. K greater than 3.12. This is 3.226 and the corresponding hardness is 450 and 450. For both pinion and gear, the corresponding hardness should be 450. For both pinion and gear, the hardness should be 450 from table 12.16 page number 239. So from this table and page number 239 we have selected the hardness of pinion and gear as 450. In the problems, in some problems they will ask find the hardness of both pinion and gear, or in some problems they will not ask, but we have to find the hardness of both pinion and gear. So in this problem it is equal to 450. So if the hardness is 450, the value of K will be greater than 3.12 and the wear load will be greater than the dynamic load, where load should be greater than dynamic load. So this is how we need to solve the problems of spur gears.